Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm telling you, today's show has been a lot of fun, all over the place, bouncing around, talking about a lot of different topics, and learning. People ask me, Kevin, why are you so dang smart? Well, the reason why is I get to talk to smart people all the time on the Price of Business show. That includes our new contributor, Tyler Collins. He's up next. He's an SEO expert extraordinaire, helping people, be found where they need to be found and so much more. And I'm going to let our guest, Tyler Collins, our contributor, Tyler Collins, tell us about his firm first, including give the website address, but also introduce his guest. Welcome to the program, Tyler.
Thanks. Good morning. Excited to be here.
Glad to have you on. First of all, tell us about your firm and how we get more information on it.
Okay, great. Well, what we specialize in is organic search engine optimization. We help businesses get found online. When users are searching for services or products relevant to the business that we're servicing, we make sure that business is placed prominently online and found by their customers.
And the name and the website?
The name of the company is Orange County SEO. And if you were to navigate directly to that, you could type in ocsearch.co, search.co.
There you go. I want to encourage people to check it out. Now, introduce your guests.
Today on the show, I have Chris Ormiston. He's a local SEO or local marketing specialist.
Chris, welcome to the program. We're delighted to have you on. Real quickly, give us your elevator speech. Tell us about your company.
So basically what I specialize in is local SEO, and we specialize in what we call hyper-local searches, and that's when people, search on their phone for maybe a restaurant nearby, or they're looking for a dentist in their area. What we do is we help businesses show up on phones and on the local searches on Google, Yahoo, and Bing.
Yeah, very cool. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing local for about 3 years now. I've been doing SEO for about 15.
Awesome. Wow, so you were doing SEO before most people even knew what that term meant.
Yeah, we've been doing SEO before Google, actually.
Wow. Google was being manipulated or at least maneuvered by you guys before they even knew people could do that.
That's right.
Wow, I like that. So I'm going to ask Tyler. Tyler, tell us a little bit about how you got to know Chris and how he became a guest on today's show.
Well, what I specialize in is organic SEO, which addresses a much more broader search query. When users are looking for like ink cartridges or search phrases that are not location specific, that's what I specialize in. And I met Chris looking for an agency or a partner that specialized in the more hyper-local searches he mentioned so that we could create an alliance and be specialized in both of our spaces. And so that's how we've partnered together, and the relationship is very powerful.
Yeah, I like that. So how long have you guys been working together, Chris?
Yeah, so we've been working together now for about a year and a half now. And it's really interesting because, the way that we work back and forth is that I can't be successful with my local searches without Tyler and his SEO. And it's kind of vice versa because the algorithms on Google make it so you have to do both. And so we both kind of decided to sub-specialize in our own little niches, and we use each other's expertise back and forth to both become successful.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And kind of tell me how, Tyler, the tag team works. Because for the non-expert, which would include yours truly, it's it sounds like almost a little redundancy, but I also hear some differences. So tell me how this team works that you guys have created.
Well, the way that Google works is very differentiated when they're scoring a website for local search phrases versus national or organic search phrases. The algorithm varies just slightly. So the initiatives that I do are specialized for that space, and Chris's initiatives are specialized more for maps and places and those more local targeted searches. So we both have anywhere from 30 to 50 different initiatives that we're executing for a given campaign. So it makes sense for each of us to be specialized in that unique space.
Wow. Would you say, Chris, is this the future where you've got firms that are broad-based SEO partnering with people that maybe are boutique SEO firms?
You know, absolutely. I think boutique firms are the future because some of the bigger firms, And we work with a lot of these larger firms, and one of the biggest problems that they have is that they're not able to turn on a dime. And Google changes on us all the time. I don't know if you've noticed when you're searching, but the page kind of changes like about every other week, it seems like.
Yeah,
and so,
not to mention the huge major changes they do, like the pandas and the penguins and things like that. It has something to do with black and white animals. I'm trying to figure out what the next black and white animal they're going to use for the big change. But
probably a skunk.
Ooh, then we'll all say Google stinks, but I don't think they'll want that. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of weird how that always pans out, black and white animal. But that was very clever, very quick on the feet there, Chris. I like that. So, so typically, how does the practical collaboration work, Tyler? I mean, are you out finding clients for Chris and vice versa? Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, often we'll get a client that will need a local marketing campaign, so that's when I would engage in Chris's expertise and use him and his firm as a component to that strategy. And I think vice versa, when Chris encounters a client that needs more of an organic strategy, he comes to me and then we step in.
Okay. By the way, Chris, what is the website for your firm?
It's called localoxygen.com.
Localoxygen.com. And when you say local, I'm assuming you're local everywhere, not just in any part of the country.
Yeah, so it's basically local for businesses because, what we do is we specialize in hyper local, which is, most small businesses, say it's a restaurant. Most of their business comes from about a 5-mile, radius around that company or, around that business, and not too much further from there. So we help them find all the people who are searching for them in that area to direct them to that business.
Yeah. And now more than ever, people are using their smartphones. I can't tell you how often I'll be on the road and all of a sudden I'm hungry. I don't feel like waiting another 30 minutes to get to the area that I want to go to. I'll pull out my smartphone, go to the local section and bang, hit the restaurants button and see what pops up and that type of thing. Is that SEO driven as well, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
In fact, 80% of the searches that people do on their cell phones are related to some type of commerce in some way or another, like they're looking for a product or service, and they're in a buying mode right then. They want to go eat lunch, they want to go buy these shoes, or they want to go do these things, and they do that searching online, on their cell phones to go find out where they can get it right now.
Yeah, now I want to go eat lunch. That's just pathetic. So anyway, yeah, that's exactly right. So people need to learn more about it. Localoxygen.com. I'm looking at the website, really competitive pricing. Like what you do. It's very creative. And, I remember reading back, I guess about 5 years ago in Wired magazine that the next phase of the internet and social media, the 3.0, if you will, was going to be hyperlocal, and that is certainly the case. Talk a lot about that a little bit, Tyler.
Kind of to piggyback on what Chris was saying, the transition from general search queries to location-specific search queries is becoming dominant. With the introduction of smartphones and tablets and mobile access to the web, people have become much more accustomed to finding the services or the restaurant or even the dentist, near them via their mobile devices. So Google and the rest of the search engines, they've had to adapt to that, and so everything they do caters to what the user wants.
Yep, I love it, and I want to encourage people to get more information about it. Localoxygen.com. Tyler, how do you want people to get in touch with you?
I think the best place for people to go right now would be localoxygen.com/radio.
Mm-hmm. I want to encourage people to check that out, localoxygen.com/radio. And thanks to both of you for being with us. Tyler, you got your first story filed for us. Did a great job. Thanks for being with us.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
All right. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. Do want to remind you the best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.